23 ABC's Digital Update is brought to you by West Medical.
I'm Brenna Rose. Here's a look at what we're working on. The Justice Department announcing it will begin a probe into the Minneapolis Police Department, looking into its policies following the death of George Floyd. It comes less than a day after former officer Derek Chauvin was found guilty on all 3 charges in connection to Floyd's death. The judge ordered Chauvin be taken into custody until his sentencing in 8 weeks, and Minnesota law requires that he only be sentenced for the most serious charge of second-degree murder. That carries a maximum prison sentence of 40 years. Kern County health officials say we are firmly in the orange tier for another week. Kern County moved into the orange tier last week, allowing more businesses to reopen and capacity to expand. The county must stay in the orange tier for at least 3 weeks before moving into the yellow, which is the least restrictive tier. According to Public Health, we are meeting 2 of the 3 yellow tier requirements: countywide testing positivity and health equity. The adjusted case rate is still in the orange tier requirements. As California faces drought conditions, public officials are working to help deal with water shortages. A plan in the state legislature would use $2 billion to accelerate a variety of water projects and programs. At the federal level, new legislation could also increase canal capacity. Some groups are also pushing the Biden administration to add water projects to the president's infrastructure package. And as the state deals with another dry year, Governor Gavin Newsom is set to make an announcement at noon today. According to a social media post, the governor will announce, quote, state action to bolster our resilience to drought and support vulnerable communities, local economies, and ecosystems. And we will be streaming that on our website and social media platforms. Here's Chief Meteorologist Elena Rusk with a look at the forecast.
All right, so our latest system coming on through, taking us back down to the seasonal 70s at last, and that's due to fresh breezes coming on shore. Slight chance of some thunderstorms there in the Sierra to our north. We're dry here at home, though, just with those winds picking up in our latest wind advisory in effect. 4 p.m. to midnight for our mountain and desert locations. Westerly winds 20 to 30 miles per hour this afternoon and gusts to about 55 miles an hour, especially through the mountains and down into the desert near Mojave. At this forecast hour, you're going to see that it gets pretty blustery through those mountain locations, but for the valley it means we actually have some nice air quality at 51, and we are much cooler than the last several days, back to the seasonal mid-70s. Here on the valley floor, a range of 70s in the desert, some sunshine through the winds with those 60s in the mountains today.
Thanks, Elena, and that's what's making news this hour.